Hello everyone, my name is Esther Adekoya. I'm the president of Adekoya Foundation. I'm an emotional health therapist, a social sector manager, published author, and a gospel film producer. I want to discuss an interesting topic with you that has blessed my life, really. And it's all this topic that we actually need it at the point in time. It's called peace. So I want to talk about peace therapy. Now I will start with a question. It's your mind in peace or in pieces? Now I want you to be honest about answering this. And then the other like it is, does sleep, as in sleep, does it naturally come to you in the midst of a stormy, of a painful, a challenging, a turbulent, or a troublesome situation or challenges? And what I'm trying to say is that there's something you actually need. So how can you achieve peace? Because to me, peace is like a rider. It is like an answer, a rider that takes you, like an escape route for you, and it's also an answer to some of the questions that you need, because a mind in pieces cannot achieve anything. Okay, so let's try to define what peace is. Now, to me, peace is like the rest of my mind. It's like a state of tranquility, serenity. It is a time when I feel cool, calm, and collected, in spite of whatever situation I might be going through. And peace is also when you choose to worry less. And then that question is, how can you worry less when there are so many hundreds of things to worry about? Can you to some or to many of us, it is an impossibility not to worry when you have to think about your life, your finances, your home, your relationship, family, the economy, your academic, health, a whole lot to think about. And that causes worry. But then I also need to tell you that worry, fear, or dread, they are classic peace stealer. What I'm trying to say is that peace and worry cannot cohabit together. You need to give up worry if you want to actually achieve peace. And then the question is like, hey, Mrs. Adekoya, how do you think I can achieve peace if I don't worry? But then, from the time you have been worried, you worry and worry and worry. Do you think you can solve your own problem? Tell me, you can't. Because worry gives you a whole lot to do and does not really move you forward. But then I know somebody who had been able to, to sleep in the midst of storm. And I'm going to introduce that person to you. He's a prince. If you actually need peace, if you need peace, it shows that you need the gift of peace, and this is somebody that can actually give you that peace. And his name is the Prince of Peace. So who is this prince? Let's talk about it. He's the ruler. It's like the chief leader in the royalty, is the son of a king, and his name is the Prince of Peace, and that is Jesus. Can you ever imagine that he slept in the midst of storm? And so he's the only authentic person that can actually give you peace, the gift of peace in the midst of storm. The truth is, we all need the gift of peace in order for our mind to be in one piece and not in pieces, so that you can actually achieve whatever you want to achieve. And the person that can give you peace is the Prince of Peace, is the peace therapy. I hope you got it. Okay, so now let's go to the other parts of this talk, and I want to approach it in a psychological and therapeutic version. And so I want to define what peace is. Now, peace is a psychological or therapeutic, approach to achieving inner peace, a kind of emotional healing and conflict resolution. And this can be achieved through emotional or self-awareness, through emotional regulation, and through positive mindset shift. And I'm going to quickly discuss some of the things that you need to do in order to achieve this therapeutic, status. And one of these is emotional and self-awareness. This is about you understanding your mood and your disposition, your emotion, so that you will not be a victim of your emotion, and you can actually, manage your reaction and action, so that you can also achieve a state of calm in the midst of turbulence. Another one is emotional regulation, which is the same thing as emotional control. Now, this is a self-competent skill. You must be able to regulate and manage your anxiety or manage anger and emotional distress, so that it does not conflict and afflict you, and you will not be a slave to your emotion. Another one is forgiveness and letting go. I always say it is nice for you to forgive, to leave, and it's about time for you also to let go of that pain. Release the hurt, the wound. It's all about you having a state of sanity. And at times you can also do what I call letter of relief. Write a letter to relieve the pain. You might not even address it or send it to somebody, but just write it to release yourself. And so the first one is, I encourage people to develop what I call non-violent communication, like to develop healthy communication skills to resolve conflict peacefully. You don't have to shout. You don't have to, trouble yourself and afflict yourself unnecessarily. And then also what I call, positive intelligence and mindset shift. That is like replacing every negative thought, intentionally with positive ones, intentional about it. And then also solution focused thinking. Just focus and all that. So another thing you can also do is try to find purpose, meaning, and alignment in your life. This is really it will help you overcome what I call existential crisis that so many people go through. And then also know this: surround yourself with positivity. Surround yourself with positive-minded people that can lift you up, that can support you whenever you are going through any times of crisis. And then make sure you create healthy boundaries. If you know anyone is triggering something negative inside of you, please create healthy boundaries. You need rest in your mind. You don't want to have many problems. And I'll also advise you to also engage in activities that bring good, that give you joy and fulfillment. And lastly, engage in humanitarian services. I do that a lot, and it gives me a lot of joy, like giving to people, and then also, like acts of kindness. And with all of this, I'm assuring you that you experience what I call peace, a peaceful lifestyle, and we will achieve peace therapy. But more than anything, the Prince of Peace is actually our peace therapy in all and in all. Thank you, and see you in another episode.